Country. That's what I sound. O-U-N-T-R-Y. My daddy sound. O-U-N-T-R-Y. My music sings. Oh my.
Welcome to episode 2, season 1 of Show Me Ruttin, brought to you by Big Muddie Outdoors. I am Poe.
And I'm Kinsey. And here we go. This episode we'll talk about our apparel and what we sell, as well as the company we support and donate to. We'll also get to see our first real amateur video and see what it's like to be an amateur with my first bow kill of the season. As Big Muddie, we not only video hunts and try to bring the outdoors to you, but we also sell apparel to help us pay for some of the expenses. Hunting, again, is an expensive hobby, and now adding cameras and mics and all this other stuff that we need, it just gets that much more expensive. So it's a way for us to not only make a little extra money to help us afford the equipment, but it also allows us to get our name out there and our logo. Big Muddie, it's from the River Bottoms, Missouri River Bottoms, which is known as the Big Muddie. It's spelled with a Y. We did an IE just to kind of differentiate ourselves a little bit from the normal. There's many Muddies out there, but we're the IE Muddie. The logo started years ago. I always wanted to have a team or a group or something like this, and I had worked on logos for probably 2 or 3 years before Poe and I even started talking about this. So I had a basis for the logo then, and the only thing that really changed was the name. The antlers with the arrow across it was the key point that we wanted to make, because our passion is bow hunting. Yes, we do other forms of hunting like firearms, alternate methods, and but our real passion is bow hunting. That's what we love, and that's why it's integrated into our main logo. Our apparel sales, we sell pretty much anything, and you guys want it, we could probably get it. We started out just doing t-shirts and hoodies, and now we have hats and stocking hats and long sleeve shirts, performance tees, shorts, flags, decals, whatever you want, we can do. And that's what we want to be here for. Is if you want something, we want to be able to give it to you, because you purchasing the product from us, we want to be able to provide what you want. So we could say, kind of our way of saying thank you, because you're giving us free advertisement, and we appreciate that, and we appreciate all the supporters that we do have as of now, and can't wait to see the more that come and join on. Also, with the sales of apparel, we donate 25% of all of our profits to an organization called Freedom Fighters Outdoors, FFO. Freedom Fighters Outdoors is a non-profit organization based out of Florida. It was started a couple years ago by two amazing people, Vinny and Sarah LaSorsa. Vinny is a shipboat captain, and that's kind of where it all started from, is that they take wounded veterans on fishing and hunting trips. And being that we support the military so much, and being that Poe is part of the military, this is our small way of giving back to those who have served this country, and to say thank you. And through FFO, we haven't been able to do it yet, but we're wanting to bring a wounded veteran here and to take him hunting. That's one of our goals, and that's one of the goals that we have talked about with FFO, and I really see that going to be happening here shortly, if not in the next few years. But it'll be happening, and hopefully that'll grow into something pretty amazing. So if you get the chance, check them out. You can find them on Facebook. They have their own website. Really amazing group, and we wouldn't want to support anybody else.
Opening weekend of the 2015 boat season was a time we had been waiting for ever since we started talking about Big Muddie. We put in a lot of hours scouting, stand setups, figuring out our system on how we're going to execute this for our first season. I mean, like I said, we're amateurs, so just putting up a deer stand and then, you know, figuring out where the cameraman's going to sit, the best angles, and like I said, we had been waiting for this for a very long time, ever since I was in Africa.
Yeah, it was late 2014. This was the day we were waiting for.
Afternoon of September 18th, 2015. It's opening weekend in Missouri archery season. This is our first time out here together as Big Muddie. We're in the corner of a cornfield, right along conservation. I think it's a pretty good spot. We'll see what happens. We got some rain moving in. Hopefully they'll move after this rain comes through. Stay tuned.
So, September 18th was the first time we were able to hunt together. Boat season opens up on the 15th, so that's during the week. Kinsey comes down on the weekend, so September 18th, we had chosen to hunt this cornfield. We had seen a lot of action on camera. Kinsey's mom and dad had always seen him out in this field. So we had decided that this cornfield on his uncle's land would be our first opportunity. And sure enough, it was a great time.
Yeah.
The wind was perfect, and
we saw deer. We saw some small bucks and some does. We didn't get skunked, so that's good. We didn't actually get an opportunity of a shot that day. Nothing came in within range. We got to sit through a rainstorm, so that was an experience as well. I don't know why, but somehow we had a trash bag for the camera.
Yeah.
I think I don't know why, but in all in all, it was a great first time hunting as Big Muddie. It was a learning experience. That day we learned a lot, not only about the camera and the mounts, but talking to the camera and introducing the show. It was a good time, and by the end of the day we had to pretty much haul butt to get to the house because another storm was coming, and it was thundering and lightning. So
not a good idea to be in a deer stand.
it was in a tree about 25 feet in the air. So we had to cut a little short, but it was a great experience. It was a lot of fun, and I don't think you can go wrong when you get to see deer. So that day was good. The following day, that Saturday, this happened to fall on the same weekend as the Waverly Apple Jubilee, which is our local fair that goes from, is it Thursday to Saturday night?
I believe so.
Thursday to Saturday night. So Saturday being, the main day to be there, I had to go by myself Saturday evening because Bo was taking the munchkins to the fair to have a good time. So you can't really pass up on a family time like that. So I was in the stand by myself. My parents were even at the fair. Everybody was at the fair but me.
It is September 19th. It's about 5 o'clock in the evening. Sitting in the cornfield stand. That cold front came through yesterday. Wind's coming out of the north. Sets up pretty nicely for this stand. That's the way we look for when we have this stand. Hopefully get some more deer out in the field this evening and maybe a little closer. Wish me luck. I'm all by myself tonight.
So I'm in the stand hunting. It was a nice day. I think it might have been a little warm,
Yeah.
but it was a good day to be in the stand. And lo and behold, I'm all by myself, and here comes a doe walking in, and I'm like, yeah, sure. Why did this have to happen now? But I wouldn't change it. But the process, I felt that I started recording. I had been recording her for probably, well, at least I thought I was recording her for probably 5 to 10 minutes, and then it came to the point where I'm like, I'm gonna take the shot. So I got my GoPro on the bow and got it going. So I had everything. I had the camera rolling, I had the GoPro on, it was rolling, and as you can see, I've got the video footage of me shooting her with the GoPro. But you don't actually see the kill. And that's where this amateur story comes in. I guess that I didn't push the record button on the video camera and don't have any of the footage of the kill. So back to it, I shoot, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, did I just miss? Because it was a clean pass through shot, or it was a clean miss because the arrow was stuck in the ground. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't believe I just missed this deer 25 yards. Come on now, you're better than that. I look at I'm like, well, the only way to find out is for me to check the video camera. So I looked at the video camera, and the pause button is still on. And I'm like, no way did that just happen. I'm by myself, and I had the opportunity to not only video the kill footage, but I had the GoPro on myself going. So it could have been a perfect opportunity to get great footage, but I ruined that because I forgot to push the record button. So this is probably about 6:30. There's probably 45 minutes of daylight left, and maybe a little bit more. And I'm like, well, I need to know if I can kill this deer or not. So as I'm getting down, I'm climbing down the sand, and I'm walking over there, and lo and behold, it's a blood-covered arrow. So I knew it was a good shot because I shot low, so I knew I was in the vitals right at her chest. So I knew it was a good shot. I knew, knowing that the arrow was bloody, that I had gotten this deer. Well, I am down in the field, the corner of this field, and oh well, here comes 6 deer out in the field, and I'm like, what's going on? So I go and hide in the timber to not try and spook these deer. I get my phone out, I try and call Poe. He doesn't answer. I call my dad, he's at the apple auction or something, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm on my own out here. So I go searching for this doe, and it took me probably 20 minutes because it was so thick where she had ran, but I ended up finding her. I'm covered in stick tights.
Rookie mistake. Good shot on the deer. Found the deer. She was only about 75 yards. But guess who didn't push record on the camera? I mean, this guy. So I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Thought I had awesome footage, but I don't. I got the GoPro on the bow going, but stupidity overran me, and I don't have footage on the camera. But as you can see, it's still daylight out, and there's 2 deer out there still. I was able to go find the deer, and there was 6 or 7 out in the field the whole time. Spooked the other ones in, and these are just now going in.
I pull her out, pull the 4-wheeler over, get everything loaded up, I got her, and I get her back to the shop, and that was the first kill that Big Muddie recorded besides the turkey. That was the first deer. That was the first deer kill that we had, and it could have been perfect, but I had to ruin it and not press the record button. So, but with that doe, we got it in the freezer, and then we donated that to one of my cousins who ended up taking that. So, like we said before, a lot of the times, the animals that we kill, we either use for ourselves or we give to other people to use, and they don't go to waste. So, it was a good hunt. I'm still frustrated at myself because I didn't get the footage that I wanted, but in all, we harvested a deer, and it was fun.
Hi, welcome to season 1, or
It's fine.
I don't want you to post no blooper section on
It's going in the credits.
No.